My Spanish 20 time project was about cooking different Spanish foods like magdalenas, gazpacho, and Spanish rice. I chose this because obviously you need food to survive and it's nice to know how to cook these foods. I love to eat food and I love to eat Spanish food, and cupcakes are one of my favorite desserts, and I've learned how to cook some of them today. My process was not very complex. First, I went to the store and bought the ingredients. Then came home and I prepared everything to cook. And I started to cook everything, and I took pictures as I was cooking all the different foods. Then I ate the food, which was probably my favorite part of the entire project, was eating the food. And then after that, I put the pictures on my computer and I've made voiceovers on all the pictures to describe what I was doing as I cooked the food, to show other people how to make these foods and show how easy it is to make these foods. I learned many things during this project. I learned how easy it is to cook these foods, which is really nice to know for when I'm home alone. I can just make these things and they're really good to eat. Um, there are more things than just tacos in the Mexican ethnicity foods. Even though tacos are delicious, all these other foods are too. I learned baking these cupcakes are also really easy. I always thought baking was hard, but I guess not. Um, I learned there are so many different foods to cook out there, and I kind of want to learn how to cook all of them now after this project. Um, Gazpacho is a really good way to eat vegetables all at once. There's so many different vegetables in gazpacho, and it'll really help you get your daily dosage of vegetables. I learned magdalenas. The cupcakes I made were amazing. Probably the best cupcakes I've ever had and best cupcakes I've ever made. I don't think anyone can make better cupcakes than me now. And I learned that making that Spanish rice was really easy for when I'm just cooking for myself and I'm home alone. I learned that if I really wanted to learn how to do something, that I will go out and do it myself, and I learn better when I do things firsthand. I loved working on my own independent project. It was fun to learn about food, which is my one and true love. And my biggest takeaway from this was learning how easy it really is to cook all of these different foods. Today we are going to be baking magdalenas, a Spanish cupcake that is lemony and sweet. This slide is going to show you the ingredients that you're going to need to cook these cupcakes. First, you're going to need a medium mixing bowl and beat the 4 eggs along with the 3/4 cup of sugar until the mixture is light. Next, you're going to want to melt your 4-ounce stick of butter either in the microwave or on the stove and add it into the mixture along with your lemon zest and your milk. After that, in a different bowl, you're going to want to measure out your flour and also add the baking powder to the flour and stir that mixture. Then take that mixture and pour it into your egg mixture and stir that thoroughly, and it will be very thick. Last, place the paper liners into the cupcake pan and use a large serving spoon to put the batter into the pan. Fill each of the cupcake liners half full. On top of each of the cupcake batters, you're going to want to sprinkle about a teaspoon of sugar. Now preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit and stick the cupcakes into the oven for 18 to 20 minutes and you are done. For our second dish, we are going to be cooking Spanish rice. Here is the list of ingredients you are going to need to cook this dish. First, dump your oil and your onions into a large skillet and start cooking on medium heat. As soon as the onions are tender, pour your rice in and stir it around until the rice is a golden brown. Once the rice begins to brown, stir in the chicken broth and salsa. Reduce the heat a little bit, cover it, and let it simmer for 20 minutes until the liquid has been absorbed. Our third and final dish is going to be gazpacho, which is a tomato and pepper based soup. This is the list of the ingredients that you're going to need to make gazpacho. The first thing you are going to want to do is make sure that all of your ingredients that need to be chopped are chopped, and then after that all you have to do is throw everything into a blender and blend it until it is all mashed up. And finally, this is what all three dishes look like together if you cook them according to my video. And now I cannot wait to eat all of these dishes.